Welcome to Long Lost Brothers, the podcast devoted to fitness, friendship, and the overall acquisition of betterment. My name is Brett Scott.
And I'm Jesse Cole.
And we are the Long Lost Brothers.
Right, man.
What's up?
Talk to me, bro.
What's going on?
Man, okay, I think we should just talk about Chadwick passing before we just get started and just say something about that.
Yeah, for sure. I think that we talk enough on here about, comic book movies and pop culture stuff, and it's like we'd be remiss to not at least mention the passing of Chadwick Boseman, gone far, far too young, 43 years old.
Man.
I think that's what got me the most about it, just how damn. I mean, I'm 35. You're how old?
I'm 37, pushing 38 this month or fall.
So I mean, that's right around the corner.
Yeah.
That is like, I don't know. That's alarming to people our age. That's like, I mean, he was almost one of our peers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Age-wise.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah. And it's sad because of just how fast cancer takes people. I've lost a couple people on other cancer. It's
Yeah, it's.
People were thinking that he was like doing drugs and all that. And
that's crazy.
And he was just, kind of suffering in silence and just, being graceful in his battle, and man, just rest in peace. It's really sad, man.
Yeah, I was thinking about this because I remember. So I don't know where I heard it, but I heard briefly, like it was right after Black Panther came out. Around that time, I heard something about him being sick, and but then like I never heard anything else about it. So I'm like, oh well, clearly it wasn't that bad. He caught it early, he beat it. But no, this dude's been fighting it for 4 years.
Yeah, I went from stage 3 to stage 4 over he was filming. I think it was the Endgame, wasn't it? It was the Endgame where he was filming that with stage 3 cancer.
And he's been like, this has been kind of the high point of his career. The last 4 years, the dude's been working nonstop, and like you said, suffering in silence, just not making it a big deal, not talking about his diagnosis, and at the same time, he's visiting cancer hospitals and like little kids and stuff, like.
Yeah.
I just feel like with all the bullshit in Hollywood and like shitty people that we are seeing more and more come out, info about horrible people out there, it's like he seemed like one of the good ones. You know what I mean? And so that's sad, man. That's sad that you lose a good dude like that.
Yeah, man. I don't know what to say. I'm not really great, but in these kind of situations, I'm not the best. But it's just tragic, and shout out to his family. I just hope that they can celebrate his life and memories. And man. Yeah,
I hope everyone does. I hope everyone focuses on what he brought to the world rather than the fact that we lost him, unfortunately. We'll let that be. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. And let's try to turn this thing a little more into the positive. What happened to you this week? What's going
on? Let's see. I ran super far, farthest I've ever ran. But that's been kind of the recurring theme. I ran 17 miles.
Damn.
And I actually beat the time the previous week because I decided to introduce a large amount of carbohydrates the night before.
Wow.
So, okay, I'm gonna just say this. I know that I've been this ketogenic guy for quite some time, and I always wanted to deny it. But yeah, carbs are way better for fucking exercise.
Especially endurance, for sure.
Well, I thought, there's a lot of factors I'm not weighing in, but goddamn, I ate a bunch of carbs, like a lot. Like I was like maliciously like just pumping glycogen, and I was like eating bullshit too. But like, yeah, no, I got after it.
Your performance was that much better. So you shaved time off of it, but you added a mile.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know if I just slept like dog shit, and I was doing snatches the night before. Yeah, in the training that I've, but I will say this, I have this weird pain in the back of my knee, and I think that I'm just doing too much volume and running, and I'm following this training block pretty intently, but I think I have an injury, so I'm gonna have to probably I'm gonna rest it up a couple of days and see what happens, and just give my leg a rest and see how it feels.
That's a good idea. Don't push it, man. Don't push it. I
would rather not rob myself of the overall goal, trying to adhere to the what a piece of paper says.
Right.
So I feel like knee and all right now. I think I could run that marathon.
I know you could. I mean, because when I did mine, I had way less endurance capacity than you have by now. Like I stopped at 14 miles and just was like, fuck it, I'm gonna run it. And you've done 14, 16, 17. Like,
and man, I gotta say, I'm gonna tell you this. It's becoming to where it's like I fucking dread Saturday morning because it's like, man, I'm gonna fucking run so far.
Dude, it's a time suck.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool because, you're like, I'm doing it, and it's like I'm making it, but then it's like the after effect of running, these 15, 16, 17, 18, 20 miles is like, dude, your body is like damaged, it's like, dude, it's like I ran really, really fucking far, and then it's like wanting to do anything else with your day is like, good luck, homie.
Yeah. I remember when I did my marathon, I still had to go to work that day.
Yeah.
And I got up at like 6 a.m. to run the marathon. I was done at like noon, and then like I still had the normal day with the fam, and then I had to go into work at night and work till like 3 a.m. Like it was so fucking rough.
Yeah, bro. That's luckily my long runs are on Saturday, and I keep bank hours at my job, which I'm very blessed and fortunate. I work at 8 to 5 Monday to Friday.
That's good.
Yeah, I count my blessings every day. I got that kind of job because it was the first time in my life I've had that kind of that deal.
That regular schedule.
Yeah, it's all the holidays. It's dope. I got a good job. I'm super blessed that way. But yeah, so I got this week. I don't know if I'm going to run the long run. I think I might just go to the 20 because that's like the bonk zone, right?
Mm-hmm.
What everybody says.
Mm-hmm.
And then just do I guess I'm supposed to run 18. I think I'm just going to rest it up, and I might get on the bike a little bit, see how my knee feels, and I'm not going to punk out in this marathon, but it's becoming, it honestly is like become so grueling, this training for is like, man, like my wife puts up with a lot because it's like I'm just like this crippled bastard after it for like, like every Saturday just kind of sucks, or I just have to be super tough because it's like when we went on that vacation to the coast, it's like I ran 16 miles and hopped my ass in the shower, got in the car and drove all day, it's like, it's like you still want to, like summer's winding down. I'm trying to spend some time with the family, and it's like, seeing this thing through. But man,
I ran into that was one of the reasons why I didn't continue training further and further, and just decided to go ahead and knock it out, because I'm like, dude, my wife's gonna fucking divorce me if I gotta spend like another 10 weeks of spending like fucking 6 hours a day training on Saturday. Like,
yeah,
it's rough, man. When it sucks because you devote yourself to something, but at the same time you're devoted to your family too. It's like it's a hard thing to balance. It really is when you chasing something that's a personal goal, but then you also have obligations. It's a tough thing to balance, and some people don't do very well.
So the primary takeaway is I'm starting to understand why a lot of people just train for half marathons. because I could smoke a 2-hour marathon, I think, right, or half marathon right now. Like, I could get it. Like, I could get that for sure.
For sure.
You know, so I could be, like, competitive in that even. But, like, the training for the marathons is, like, it really starts breaking your body down. And it's, like, like, you know, like, early on in this training, it was, like, you know, I could still be ripped and kind of jacked because I would run like a 3, a 5, a 3, and 8. And then it's like on top of that, I could definitely have enough energy to lift weights and do a little cross training. But it's like, you know, this week would be, I'm not running until my knee is not hurting when I'm walking. That's kind of where I'm at.
You're kind of spending half your week recovering when you're doing them crazy ass long runs. Like,
well, yeah, it's like,
you know,
you know, it's like I should be running today a 5, and then I rest, and then it's 8, 5, and then 18. Yeah. Right? It's like, it's a lot of miles, man. And I'm not a runner. Like, I've never been like super into running. Like, I ran in the past here and there, but it's like, you know, I'm getting into some serious shit where
it's brand new. This is brand new to your system. Like,
yeah, like I said, like every week. For the last couple months, like, this is the farthest I've ever ran.
Right.
You know? So
which is a cool feeling, but yeah, I can imagine it would just continually break you down.
Well, yeah, my worry is that I'm going to hit that bong zone, and it's like I don't have, like, a car pacing with me or, you know, or I'm just going to break down and have to, like, call my wife and be like,
right,
you need to just come get my ass because the legs ain't pushing anymore.
Right.
I don't think that would happen because... Well, my mama didn't raise no punk.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. I mean, I think at the very least you would walk that bitch the rest of the way. Like, you wouldn't punk out on the distance. You'd be like, I gotta finish this.
And especially just because like I've lived such a harsh life, I don't think that I would give up. Like, I've done crazy, stupid things, like, for criminal reasons, like,
right.
So
you're not gonna punk out on a bitch ass run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A 4-hour light jog. You're not gonna punk out on that.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So my question to you is, since I've decided to switch to running with these carbohydrates.
Mm-hmm.
So what's it look like on the back end of past that 20-mile mark? Do you eat food or what did you do?
Yeah.
So how do you bring food with you?
Well, you need to get yourself. You got a belt, like one of them runner's belts.
Yeah, but it basically holds like my cell phone and 2 little 9-ounce waters.
Okay.
So I need I need like a bigger one.
Not a whole lot. Okay, here's what I did. Here's what I would do. Okay, first of all, you know the course you're going to run, right?
Yeah.
I would go out before you run the course and place some things along the course strategically.
You know where I live, right? It's going to get stolen. I was kidding.
And even I had this issue. Like, you got to kind of hide it. You know what I'm saying? Like, put it by a tree under something. You know what I mean? Like, somewhere out of view. But whether it be just like, don't make it important shit. Don't make it like a cell phone. You know what I mean? Just like like a bottle of water with some electrolytes in it, like that nobody's gonna touch. Right?
That was some new.
Right, and just space it out so that it's like, you know, when you get to the maybe 6-7 mile mark, there's a little something there for you. When you get to the half marathon mark, there's a little something there for you, and then towards the end, you're probably gonna need little bits more than you would think you need. So it's like, honestly, what I took for carbohydrates, because it was easy to carry, like I just put it in my belt, I stuck them in my belt, is Airheads.
Oh, word.
Because they're flat.
Yeah. You know what I did? I ate some of my kids' fruit snacks and a bagel before I left. Dude, I was like, yeah, boy.
Yeah, those Airheads are like straight sugar, so it's like...
Yeah.
I took
that's what I figured. That's what I figured, like, at the end of it, I'm just, like, you know, towards the end, it's just going to be, like, those Myoplex or something like that. Those little, like, gels are just, like, straight sugar.
Yeah, you want stuff that's easy and quick to digest and that your stomach ain't going to get fucked up on. So that's why I went with straight sugar. Like, I went with the Airheads. They basically dissolve, you know what I mean, like, in your mouth.
Yeah.
And then I took along, what was it? Man, it was something like a pack of peanuts, just to have some, you know, a little bit of protein and healthy fat?
I'm lucky because like one day it was more hot than usual because I'm used to it always being cold, but I got a late start. And I only brought one of them little 9-ounce water bottles and this is like a longer run than I anticipated because previous it's like, I don't need no bottle of water. What are you talking about? Like, get something to drink when I'm done. But it's like, oh no. So, like you, like I'll have like sweat cakes on my back, like when I get done running. Oh yeah. Like you're gonna need a ton of electrolytes, like water and electrolytes. Yeah. Well, I doubled up. Like I put a noon in each of those 9-ounce bottles, but I don't think that's gonna even be adequate because I was like thirsty as hell and I was only like 17 miles. Yeah, so I'm gonna need to like stash some water. Like that's exactly what I did. So I had one of them belts too, and I had 10-ounce waters, right? Well, I have a Camelback, but I'm afraid it's gonna rip the fuck out of my back because of the rubbing and shit. I don't know. I never ran with one. I know that I wore the belt, and the belt worked. But I'll be honest with you, I wasn't I wasn't used to running with the belt, which you probably are. You probably run with it sometimes. Yeah, I run with it every single time because I have little runner shorts that don't hold my cell phone, and I have my big Sony Bluetooth. Yeah. And I love those because even though like everybody has earbuds, I like the big ones. They're old. They're like 4 or 5 years old, but like they have a 40-hour battery life. So and they sound great. So it's like, you know. Yeah, I didn't need to upgrade like ever. They're not gonna die. Nice. So and I have like small weird ears that earbuds always fall out of. So I got these. I specifically ordered these. They're from JLab Audio, and they're only 6-hour battery life, but that's plenty for a marathon. But they have the hooks around the ears too, so like they don't go all the way jammed in your ear. They go in your ear, but they got the little hooks, so it's kind of It's like nice. Whenever I buy like the earbuds ones, I always have them with the hooks. Because anybody that has seen my dumb face on my Instagram or knows me in person knows I kind of look like a Keebler elf with a beard, a little bit. I don't know what happened in my DNA, but I came out looking kind of like Keebler elfish. But so you got weird ears and the earbuds fall out. Now, I got the same problem. If I try to wear just buds, they will fall out. They will push themselves out, especially if I start sweating. They're gone. So anyway, for sure, stash some shit along your route. That's gonna be your best bet. Like stash. I would just put like one of them 16-ounce waters, like you get at Walmart or whatever, and with a noon in it, and leave it by a tree, and then like another 6 to 8 miles, put another one. But then also keep the ones on your waist as well, just to have as you go. And something I was lucky about is like there's this invasive species of berries here that are thorny as hell, but they're everywhere. And I was dying that day that I didn't bring enough water, and I was like, I just like ran by and I grabbed like 10 of them berries on each hand, and I was like just putting them in. But it's like you can't chew them because the seeds are anyway. It's a long story. They're good. They're little black they're like raspberries, but I don't know. They're not good, but they're better than having a dry mouth. They're better than nothing. Yeah. There's two kinds. There's the small good ones or the big invasive ones that like will ruin your yard if you even let them start to grow. Gotcha. Like it's like a briar patch kind of with berries with fruit in them. But it's better than dying. So this week you're backing off a little bit to try to heal up your injury. Yeah, I'm gonna stretch a whole bunch. I did some yoga with the wife, and look, man, I'm sorry because I feel like a little bit responsible because I think this all started with the golf lunging challenge. I really do. The golf lunging made me hate life so bad. That's the worst my legs have ever hurt. Ever. I've been doing this shit for a long time, dude. Yeah, that was rough. Dude, I just a day or two got completely healed from it. Like that's how long it took to recover from it. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm like I don't feel sore now. Just the back of my knee and my calf, my right calf. You did your 16 miles, or was it 17? 17.
after the Dolph Lundgren challenge, right?
Oh no, I did a 16. I did a Dolph Lundgren after I ran 16 miles the day before.
I think that's what fucked you up.
That was dude, that's why this weekend I was just like, other than running those 17 miles, we went to this creek where it's like a beach without sand. Because me and my wife decided we hate the beach only because of the sand.
Mm-hmm.
The water's awesome and the sun is awesome.
Yeah, sand kind of sucks, dude.
Washington beaches are trash because it's like windy and cold. And we're like, let's go to the beach. And I'm like, well, miss me with that shit. But
yeah,
I'm like, this is like hot. You know what I mean? Like, but it's like, why is it you like wind chapped? I'm like, yeah, I'm cool. Like, I don't know. That's just me. And also it's mostly because my shoes always get ruined, and it's like there's sand in your shoe for like the rest of that shoe's life.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I guess if with some flops, it might be okay. But anyway, I digress. So what do you think of the universal shoulders?
Universal shoulders. Well, you early in the week told me that it was some chump shit. You were like, I did that. It was easy as hell. It took me 11 minutes. It wasn't hard at all.
Honestly, we set a 10-minute timer, and I exceeded that timer by like a minute. I don't have an exact time. It was like 11 or 12 minutes. Like, but my shoulder to overhead is one of my most powerful lifts. Like I could clean it. It's been a while, but I bet like, you know, if I train for like 3 weeks, I could clean and jerk 225 pretty quick. Like I went in. I'm gonna go sign up for this gym, and I clean and jerk 90 kilos, whatever that is in pounds. I don't know, so 185 pounds. Like clean and jerk that like it wasn't shit. So that was cool.
Okay, so you told me how easy it was and how you didn't even break a sweat, and so I'm going in like, all right, this is gonna be some easy shit. I'll put it off till the end of the week. Won't be no big deal, and then I'll just knock it out. And yeah, man, it took me a minute. I haven't done any overhead lifts. Like I've done some of them like inverted like Superman push-ups like for my shoulders,
right?
But that was like a couple months ago. I ain't done anything overhead at all in almost a year, and so like me doing 300 reps, even with 45 pounds, like I was super fatigued, and it took me almost a half an hour to knock out the 300. So.
Well, it's any consolation. My roommate is like a CrossFitter, and he's a fairly fit individual.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's like, until recently, he's always been the ripped one. Like until I just started like, you know, doing all this marathon training and not eating carbs for like 100 days. Yeah. So anyway, he's still ripped, but he's like recovering. Anyway, he's recovering from surgery, so he's gonna make on his comeback. But it took him like, I think like 15 to 16 minutes.
Okay.
So I smoked him too, but but that's kind of my jam is like shoulder overhead. I'm real good that way.
Well, so don't worry. I got you this week. I hope that you're recovered enough this week to do my challenge.
Okay, I've been really like worried about this because I think it involves pull-ups, which I'm dog shit at pull-ups. Like I suck so bad at pull-ups.
It for sure involves some pull-ups, yeah.
Okay, I need you to release the Kraken, sir. My anticipation has been.
I'll tell you what. Actually, let's talk about your post you made yesterday. We'll drop that the new news about what we're gonna do with the podcast. And then I like to give the challenge right at the end so that people can.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
It's all about Brett. That's fine.
No. I just like. I mean, that's the way we've been doing it. Like we talk about the first challenge, and then at the end we talk about the new challenge.
Okay. So my friend messaged me, right, and he said, Jesse, what if you woke up tomorrow and everything was a dream? You're so fat, and you know, he just broke me down. He knows me well. You know, he's like, all your gains you made are gone, and you're back at square one where you started. Okay, and so I said, well, 100%, I'll start again, right? But then but he had me thinking about that, like you know, like we had a cool conversation about it, but then it had me thinking about it more. And it's like, yeah, I would, like, no matter what, I'd start again. So,
yeah, what else do you do?
So let's say, Brett, you woke up tomorrow,
mm-hmm.
and it's like Groundhog's Day, kind of, you're like, your chubby high school brat again.
Mhm.
But you have like the butterfly effect, like foresight.
So I know, I remember all the shit I accomplished.
You still, yeah. It's like everybody's had this thought, like if I knew then what I know now.
Yeah.
Where hindsight is 20/20. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I would definitely do it again, but I would honestly, I'd dial it up and I'd dial it in. Like,
yeah.
For sure. I wouldn't, like a lot of people would probably be like, oh, I'd change everything. No, I'd probably just go at life a little bit harder. You know what I mean? I would know that I would be like, I accomplished a lot before, but I feel like I could have accomplished even more had I started earlier. Like, so I'd probably just dial it up, turn it up to 10 and see what happened. But for sure, I would get back on the same path.
Yeah, sure. And it's like, I don't know where's the starting point, Because I've had so many ups and downs. It's like, do we start like when do we start from like when I got clean? Do we start from like 6 months ago? Like, I'm not sure where the reference point is, but it's like, I'll start again. Like I'd get after it for sure. But I feel like if I didn't have the shit storms in between me doing good, then I wouldn't have any point of reference to like enjoy it. Like if I knew more about nutrition, or if I knew that I could adhere to this way of eating and do this for a while, I could have abs. Mm-hmm. Do it constantly. And then I could fucking lack off for a couple months, maintain abs, and do it again. I'm gonna you'll never see me without a 4-pack again, probably.
Right.
Knowing that now, because I know, hey, I'll just set a amount of days, and I'll just fucking run 5 miles a couple times a week and train abs like a motherfucker, and I'm gonna have abs no matter what.
Yeah, I think
that's about where I'm at, and with that, I figured that out pretty good. Right. So it's like, damn, I should have been doing that shit since I was like 10. I'd be fucking yoked.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. It's like, I might just go after it harder. Like, so I think that, especially since I have the knowledge still, I would be able to get to the places where I ended up getting faster, which would be nice. Like, stop using drugs earlier or avoid them altogether. But I think that I could do my weight loss a little more healthy, or do it in a better way to, not lose as much muscle when I'm losing a bunch of weight. So, but yeah, for sure, man. I mean, I can't see myself giving up just because I got to do it again. I think that's kind of what the idea of what your friend was kind of asking was like.
My friend, because my friend has been super supportive of my transformation that I've accomplished over this last while. Mm-hmm. Really supportive, and so he said, Jesse, what if you woke up tomorrow and all your progress you made over these months is gone? Then I was like, yeah, I just do the same exact thing again, because right now, I feel like I'm at the not this moment, but maybe like a month ago, I was at the pinnacle of my jackedness. Right now it's like I'm starting to get like that runner body instead of like that power lifter that runs body that I had. So I post. All right, so I was saying but yeah, no matter what, it's like in all sense of loss, you have to start again. We all break down. We all have problems. I think I would have probably, seek out some counseling a little sooner, a lot sooner. I would have pursued the career I'm in now, more voraciously. Mm-hmm. Because I get an opportunity to help people that have been through the same shit that I've been through, and I think the world, I wouldn't want to have the hindsight far back enough that my life would just be fucking peaches and candy, Right. But because I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for the things that I have.
Yeah, I think it's just mindset. That whole question is about what kind of mindset do you have? What are you doing this for? Is it, if you woke up tomorrow, and you were back at square one, would you just not do it again because it was so much damn work? You know what I mean? I think that's what your friend is trying to ask, right? Is like, will you be defeated by the fact that you did so much and have nothing to show for it? And then, you know what I mean? Yeah, some people might give up, especially if their goal was maybe like vanity or something. Like if their goal was something that wasn't intrinsic, something that wasn't like in the acquisition of betterment, right? If that wasn't the focus of it, was becoming overall better, then probably not. You know, if it was like, if your goal was to get 6-pack abs and that's all your goal was, you'd probably be like, fuck it, it ain't really worth it.
Well, yeah, because, you know, I'm going to say this at the end of the day, pizza's better than abs by a lot.
For sure.
But, yeah, like, fuck, man. Like, I'm not going to even, like, you know, like, a lot of the girls I work with are like, I'm just amazed how you lost weight so fast, you know? And it's like, I literally didn't eat any carbohydrates for a third of a year. Like, what do you mean so fast? Like, I've been running like I'm on this huge calorie deficit constantly. Like,
you're like, I'm burning 40,000 extra calories a month. You know,
yeah.
So.
Like, you know, it's not a magic fucking pill, man. You know, it's like,
yeah, I feel like pizza is better than abs, but satisfaction, you know, accomplishing things, that feeling of satisfaction and knowing that you worked hard and achieved something, that is better than pizza.
Well, knowing that I can attach myself to a goal, I can execute the goal, and I can maintain the discipline and focus to adhere to this in the face of opposition. You know, there was I think there's 2 bites of bread and half a Pop-Tart in those 100 days that were out of pocket, and one of them was on my anniversary, or was it my anniversary? No, on my wife's birthday. I'm sorry, on my wife's birthday, and we were at this badass fucking restaurant, and I got zoodles instead of noodles, and it's like an Italian restaurant, super good seafood, like, and they brought out bread with this tomato paste, and my wife.
Here we go. Here we go.
I'm gonna take one bite, and I'm gonna enjoy it, and then I'm done. Right. So
we gotta be careful talking about food, because this will turn into Brett and Jesse's fucking epic meal podcast. Yeah.
Dude, I know. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm out of control right now. It's because I'm running so much. I'm not gaining any weight, so I feel like zero guilt about anything.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, I'm thinking to myself, I got to really get myself back in check, because when the running goes back down to, like, you know, a livable pace where I'm actually going to be able to train, it's like, I don't want to go back to being doughboy.
And just, you got to remember too,
and longevity.
You got to remember too that there's a health factor involved too. It ain't just about the calories and the weight you're gonna put on or take off, but when it comes to running a marathon, you want to be as nutritiously fulfilled as possible. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, I mean, I'm still eating chicken and steak and avocados, and, you know, like, I'm still getting that good nutrients, like, you know, but I also might or might not have devoured a whole banana and a split from Denny's.
Well, I think it's important that we're honest. I think look, remember when I was about to go on that getaway with my wife, and I was afraid that I was going to fall off. Like, I was like, my diet's going to get shitty. Like, I'm afraid, because I've seen it happen in the past. Like, my diet's going to get shitty. My workouts are going to suffer. I'm going to, like, not feel like working out. And that's precisely what happened. I'm not going to lie. Like, my running has went, like, it was cut in half last week. Finally, like, today was the first day I pulled myself really out of it. It was like, fuck this, I'm getting after it. Like, I went and ran. I hated it. It hurt. It felt like shit. I ran. I did a bunch of pull-ups. I did a bunch of push-ups, shit like that. Calisthenics, out in the hot sun.
I'm actually joining a gym tomorrow because they are open, and, like, legit, like, you can go, like, legit go in there and lift. So I'm joining this gym tomorrow, and I'm like, all right. So this is what's gonna make me laugh is when you sign me up to do like 8,000 pull-ups or what the fuck it is, and then I've got to go in there and just everybody's gonna see how weak I am at doing pull-ups. So they're like, look at this pussy. I'm like, yeah, wait till I get into the squat rack, boys.
I think that there's something to be said about getting over the hump. Like, dude, anytime you fall off or anytime you haven't worked out for a while or your nutrition has been shitty and you get in this mindset of like, fuck it, you know, it's like, man, it's not worth it. Like, I don't want to train today because I've been eating shitty, just don't feel like moving. And then there's something about, though, when you push past just a little bit, just a little bit out of your comfort zone. Like, I went out running today and the first mile sucked ass. It was terrible.
It's always the worst.
Yeah.
For me, the first half mile is just like, every time it's like, this sucks. Like, my body's like, what are you even doing right now?
So I told myself beforehand, I'm like, I don't want to do this. I'm like, but I know that once I get into it, I'm gonna rock it. Like, but I have to get moving. I think that's the fucking thing is like, you have to do it. You have to push past the hump. So I got out there and like, lo and behold, like every time I get out there, that first mile sucked. And then once I got out there, started sweating and moving, then I'm like, all right, now I'm back. Like, it happens that quickly. You just have to push yourself into it. Like, you have to.
You know, like because, you know, you have like the duality is like your body your mind follows your body, right? Like, and so your body's like, oh, man, like, shit, I'm sleeping in, you know, man, look at this hamburger and fries. You know, that's your body wants that shit.
Yep.
It feels good. You know, it releases that dopamine, all the extra calories, all that surplus of energy that you're taking. Your body wants that. That's what you know, like in the wild. That's what your natural body wants to eat every fucking thing it can. Yeah. Right. So you have to make your body's the elephant and you're the rider trying to pull it. It's going to go where it wants, but you have to pull the elephant, right? Like, grab by the ears because, but it's like, then the duality is like, once you realize, like, I'm putting shit down, like, you know, you're like, I'm the fucking man. I'm doing this thing. Like, no matter what, I don't care. I'm determined. And like, once you follow through with that and you achieve that first thing, like, you know, whatever it is, like those 100 days of keto that I did, dude, like, I was like, that's the first time I stuck to something in a long time. And it's like, dude, I look fucking awesome. I'm just like, God damn, I'm jacked, boy. Yeah. Like, you know, and it's like, I've been jacked this whole time, and you couldn't tell because I was hella obese underneath all that. And it's like, you know, so it's like, I'm not going back, and like, knowing that I can do that, it's like you put ammo in your gun, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess every little accomplishment, like it fuels the fire, man. It's like it and when you lose it for a minute, all it takes, man, is a little something. Like, get your body moving a little bit.
Well, yeah, it's like in recovery, right? They say, like, when you relapse, you don't lose all your clean time. You just got a new clean date because you still have all that fucking recovery. It's like, I still got, like, you know, like, I haven't squatted in a fucking year, but it's like, you give me a couple weeks, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna be putting some fucking pounds on that bar. Trust that. You know, because it's like, I know how to squat. I know how to deadlift. You know, I know how to bench press well. You know, I'm not super strong. Like, I'm not a super strong guy, but my techniques are all solid. My form is all good. You know what I mean? I mean, everybody has some little tweaks to make, but, you know, like, I've been doing that shit, you know? So it's like, and now that it's like, I know how to run now. So it's like, you know, like, you know, like you said, the first mile sucks. And it's like, it's kind of fucking rainy out, you know, but by mile 5, I got my shirt hanging off my fucking running belt and I'm fucking singing along to Halsey, some bearded, tattooed weirdo running downtown Aberdeen. I'm bad in love, you know? You know, but, you know, it's like you have to, like, you ignite that fire again. You know, sometimes we lose our passion and we get comfortable, and, you know, but
it doesn't take much to spark it. Yeah. It really doesn't.
Yeah, and it's the same way with the bullshit, with the excuses, you know. Yeah. You make an excuse one time, that leads to another excuse and another excuse. Right. And some more bullshit.
And but at the same time, you make one right decision, and it leads you on a path of making another one. You know what I mean?
Right. It's like me seeing my you know, I use my gym bag for a vacation bag. So, you know, I popped the trunk when we went to the lake the other day, and I was seeing my knee sleeves and my belt. I said, oh man, I miss those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, all right, so this marathon's gonna be done about October.
Yeah, that beast is in there, dude.
Yeah, I might dial it in a little sooner, man. Honestly, like I want to do this whole training block, but it's like October, man, is a ways away.
That's true. It's another 4 weeks to even make it into October. I mean, your goal is a marathon, so. I mean, especially if it's about your physical health, like if you don't think your body can handle that much more fucking pounding, maybe you should.
I just think that it's I don't know. I'm gonna see how this knee's feeling.
Yeah.
And before I make any definite, but like, it's like I don't know if this knee thing keeps like acting up, or if it's just a one-off, you know. Then then let's rock the boat. But if it's like a reoccurring thing, then I feel like I should just fucking push it to that marathon, check it off the bucket list, call it a day, rehab the knee, get in some bodybuilding and hit the bike or elliptical until that heals up. Because it probably, because I was reading this, I got this Runner's Week book that I listen to sometimes while I'm running, and it's saying that when you have those kind of pains, that it's a pronation of the foot from running on an angled road, and that is specifically what I do.
There you go.
Because I run on the side of a highway. So I try to switch sides so the foot doesn't stay pronated in a ill manner. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. I've been trying to dig up some alternate routes here and there, but and think of what I can do to change it. But it's like I got like the optimal shoes, and it might do like, and I dig like the ball of my foot always dig the hole in the shoe, so I might just have like my foot might just have a natural pronation, which is going to be not optimal for long distance running for individuals such as myself, right? From my natural mechanics. But no matter fucking what, I'm gonna run these goddamn 26.2 miles because I ain't waste all goddamn summer.
Yes, you
Saturday
are
running these miles.
I believe you. I know you're gonna run it for sure. All right. So we went off on a little bit of a tangent there. A little motivating tangent, but that's all right. We dug into that whole that quote you were talking about, that Facebook post you made, and I think that was an important thing, man. That was a good. We haven't talked about the acquisition of Betterment a whole lot on the podcast.
We haven't.
Lately.
We've been talking about Marvel movies a lot.
Marvel.
Next week we're talking about Cobra Kai for a minute, so just be ready for that.
I'm down for that. Love that show.
I need to finish it.
All right, so we've decided, last week we were talking about it, that we are going to introduce another segment that is devoted to the acquisition of Betterment, and that is we plan to do a monthly book review, right? So we're gonna suggest some sort of book on self-improvement of some sort, whether it be entrepreneurship or physical fitness or recovery or whatever it might be, right? Yeah. And you and I are going to dig into it in our respective times throughout the week, and we're going to discuss it on the podcast, and we're going to choose one new book a month and then talk about it at the end of the month. So we'll announce whatever book it is. Anybody who listens who wants to join in this, much like the LLB challenges, they can read it along with us. We might talk a little bit about it each week and then do like a full review of the book, what we thought of it, what we could take away from it, stuff like that at the end of the month. So
in the interest of transparency, I would say that most of the books that we're going to read are going to be on Audible as well.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. There's no requirement to physically read the book. We are Audible guys. We are audiobook guys because we like to listen while we work out. I like to listen while I drive. So any way you can take in the information is perfectly fine. Yeah. So we were discussing it last week, right? And my wife bought a book, kind of suggested like that I might get something from it. And so I was like, okay. And I kind of floated it to you, and we agreed.
I purchased it, but I haven't started it. I purchased it. It's downloaded to the phone, but I didn't want to dig into it until we started the book of the month, because I feel like I'm going to read it, digest it. I'm going to take probably 4 or 5 things, key points, and then move on. 'Cause that's kind of how I do with books. Like I'll remember like the paramount moment of every book, the main takeaway. Like I can't remember what the book's called, but that whole elephant spiel, I totally ripped that off from somebody. It's about your mind, like your small thoughts controlling like your greater actions. But yeah, I'll remember what that book that is, and I'll put that on there too, so I'm not pulling like a. Never mind, I'm not even gonna go there. But I'm not gonna steal. I'm not gonna be stealing anybody's quotes. But yeah. But so this book, I'm pretty excited about. No More Mr. Nice Guy, right?
Yeah, the book is called No More Mr. Nice Guy by Robert A. Glover. So if anybody wants to read along, check that out. It's here. Well, I'll just read the little synopsis they have here. It says, "No More Mr. Nice Guy, a proven plan for getting what you want in love, sex, and life."
I know.
It's a 2003 self-help book by Robert A. Glover. He describes what he calls the nice guy syndrome, a condition in men who appear to be always nice and who try to avoid conflict at all costs. So this is for the guy who wants to please everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you know,
I might be characterized as that.
Yeah, and then a lot of those guys, a lot of times, will not express their kind of dislikes and stuff, right? That they won't say no to people. They take on too much, and then they end up blowing up. You know what I mean? They end up lashing out. Like, man, look, fuck you. I ain't doing shit. And it's like, well look, maybe the whole time you shouldn't have been agreeing to everything. Right. So I think myself, and since you and I are long lost brothers, we're very similar kind of mindsets. We could probably both benefit from it, and I think other people could too. So that's the book of the month.
Okay. All right. So, how was your week? So you just chilled? Is that what you're saying?
Just
ran a little.
Okay.
What's going on? What's going on?
Look, my legs were so destroyed last week from the Dolph Lunging Challenge that I didn't do any run. Like I ran 3 miles, and then a couple of days later, when they healed up a little bit, I ran another 3 miles, and then I ran another 3 miles. I think my goal is to run at the very least 10 miles a week for this whole year, and I barely made it. Like I barely. I got like just over 10 miles, and it's like, and it was terrible. So, and then I went with my kids. I took them to a cabin we go to usually every summer. We spend a day or two at this non-electric cabin out in the sticks and just survive with no electricity, no running water. And it's fun, man. I like getting away from all the bullshit every once in a while, and the kids enjoy it. I took them, I let them swim in the creek. We roasted marshmallows. You know, we built the fire, roasted marshmallows. We cooked up some hot dogs on the grill, and just, you know, camping life, man. It was nice.
Yeah, glamping.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So that was my week, and this week I got a new fire lit under my ass to start putting out again, to really start putting in some physical fitness work that I've been neglecting.
Yeah, I need to. With my knee being bum, I'm about to join this gym tomorrow, so I'm gonna probably focus on getting some upper body gains back. Right
on. Well, that leads us nicely into the much awaited, much anticipated announcement.
Man, I've had anxiety about this for like 3 days.
Of the Long Lost Brothers Challenge. Now, listen, Jesse, I changed it at the last minute today because I had something in mind all week. And then, I felt bad because you're injured now, and I gave you the fucking Dolph Lunging Challenge last time when you had 16 miles to run, and I felt bad, right? So originally I was gonna prescribe, and I'll save this for after you're done with your marathon, but I was gonna prescribe, issue the challenge of a Murph and a half.
A Murph and a half.
Yeah, so you would do everything that Murph requires, but times 50%.
1.5. Right. Oh my God.
Yeah. So I was going to do that because I know that neither of us have ever done that.
Yeah, no, that's true.
But then I realized that entails 450 body weight squats, and I didn't want to do that to you again. So,
yeah, I mean, I was going to tell you, I can't do any more leg challenges until after the marathon's over.
Right. So I came up with something different. Now this is a challenge, though. It is a challenge.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me break this down for you. First of all, First of all, I'll tell you what this challenge is called.
Okay.
This is called the Sixth Sense.
Oh.
But it's not.
Well, I haven't been to action.
Let's check this out.
All
The
right.
Sixth Sense.
Will this be hard, though?
Willis. Look, what's cool about it is, okay, listen, it's the Sixth Sense, right? But it's spelled Cents. The Sixth Sense, okay?
Okay.
All right. Here's the breakdown. 100 pull-ups. 100 push-ups.
Okay.
100 burpees.
Oh, man.
100 hanging leg raises. 100 walking lunges.
What?
It's 100, Jesse. It's not 700 like we did last time.
I'm quitting this show.
And 100 body weight squash. This is nothing, Jesse. The 100 is going to be nothing. It's going to be nothing.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah, I know. I can probably do that in 2 sets, I'm sure.
Okay, so you got 100 pull-ups, 100 push-ups, 100 burpees, 100 hanging leg raises, 100 walking lunges, 100 body weight squats.
This is going to be awesome because I'm literally joining like a powerlifting gym tomorrow. And then I'm going to be doing this fucking like half fucking
body weight workout.
What are you doing, bro?
Now, the reason I call this the Sixth Sense is because it's 6 exercises with 100 reps. So sense as in century, 100. The Sixth Sense. Okay. But wait, before we call it, what would the Sixth Sense be without a twist, a Shyamalan twist?
Oh, no.
After completing the 600 total reps of exercises, you got to run a 5K.
What's that? 3.11
miles.
3.1 miles?
3.11. Yep.
Oh, fucking I'll smoke that. All right, man. Okay, so
well, and it's for time.
Yeah, I'm gonna beat your ass.
It's for time.
Okay, I'm gonna buy a day pass to the fucking CrossFit gym, so I don't look like a fag doing it or like a weirdo doing it.
I'm not editing that out.
You don't got to. My best friend's gay. He says
we're from a different generation, people.
I don't mean it like in a way like offensive to homosexual people. Like literally, my best friend's homosexual. So.
I got you. I feel you.
Okay. But it's gonna be just out of place at this other gym. It's gonna be not appropriate.
What, during all these body weight workouts?
Yeah, like, why do you even join this gym? Yeah.
It's just one day. It's just one day. I think, what are you thinking on the time for this?
It's going to be a good hour.
At least an hour, because the 5K probably going to be close to around 30 minutes, somewhere around there.
I think, like, I think I could run I don't know, because I don't know what the lactic acid is going to do with those lunges. Are they walking lunges, 100 walking lunges? Yeah,
and so it's not per leg, so it's like...
Yeah, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 100. Yep. I just want to pull a bar. I would just do it outside. 100 burpees, man. I hate burpees.
I do too.
I avoid burpees at all costs.
I do too. That's why
burpees are the main reason I won't join a CrossFit gym, because I was trying to make you burpees. I hate burpees.
I do too.
Whatever. Man, I know my roommate's gonna be game for this one too.
I was gonna make it ab rollers. Like, I was gonna make ab rollers and hanging leg raises, and I was like, nah, I don't want to do two.
Is it like toe to bars or just leg raises?
Just leg raises. They ain't gotta be toe to bar. Just up to 90 degrees.
Okay.
Try to keep your legs straight. No.
All right. I'm gonna have to get access to a bar, or I'm gonna have. Hey, there's a bar. That's like a bar. I can just do it outside.
Yeah, if you can find a bar at a park or something, you're good to go.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'll pay like $12 wherever you're going to CrossFit gym.
And if it gets towards the end and you gotta do kippings, it's cool.
I'm doing kippings the whole way. I don't do it. I did like I'm 100% doing kipping pull-ups.
Oh, and you can break them down any way you want. So you can do you can do 10 of each of these things. You know what I mean? just however you want to break it down to get it done. So you can do like 10 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, 10 burpee. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm just gonna do them straight through because otherwise I won't get the pull-ups.
Right on.
I'll just lose count and get confused. Yeah. So it's 100 pull-ups, 100 push-ups, 100 hanging leg raises.
Yep.
100 walking lunges, and 100 air squats, and a 5K.
You conveniently skipped 100 burpees.
Oh, damn. I totally forgot about that part.
yeah. So just think there's six of those, 6 sets of 100, so 6 cents.
Shit, this should have been called the Damien.
What's that? Like the devil?
666 Omen. Yeah.
Look,
yeah.
I was gonna do the Murph and a half. I thought that was a little too much of the squat.
The Murph and a half is easier than this.
Jesse, 450 squats. I'm only making you do 100 and 100 lunges instead of 450.
All right, whatever. I feel like this is like a really intense challenge. Like, what the fuck, bro? I'm like literally training for a marathon. What the fuck is that?
I felt like I was taking it on your list. And also, look,
who's on this shit? Fucking the Matt Fraser, Rich Froning? Like, what the fuck? Who the fuck wants to do that? Look, you got your feelings hurt because your water challenge was easy as fuck, and now you're like, we're gonna fucking pull a 400-pound sled 17 miles.
Yeah, look, man, I figured that if you had running already, that you could just like the 5K, you just make it part of your running, don't make it extra.
Yeah.
So,
this is gonna be the most.
It'll be good, man. I don't think it's going to be as bad as you think. I think it's going to be around an hour-long workout, and it's doable. It's doable.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Would you have rather it been just like a straight 500 pull-ups?
No. Okay. No, the pull-ups are going to be the shittiest part. My hands are going to rip. I have to do I could do I was trying pull-ups at the monkey bars this weekend. I got 12. I was like, all right. I got a little bit of pull-up in me. So, but if I'm gonna do 100, I'm gonna straight do them straight up CrossFit style. 100% gonna be doing pull-ups.
Okay, I'll see. It'll be easy for you then. This ain't gonna be that hard.
Yeah,
you blowing it out.
I haven't done a kipping pull-up in a long time. I bet I could do it. I bet right now with this body weight, I could still do a kipping muscle up though. For
sure.
Can you do muscle ups?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever tried one.
You should try one. They're fun. Just make sure you put a lot of chalk on your hands.
I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
All right. This is a long-winded ass podcast. So this might be our longest one yet.
Oh, we're at an hour. All right. Okay, so the Sixth Sense. I hate you.
Look, maybe it was because you keep going after me on these things. You're like, I'm gonna make him do things that he don't do. So
yeah, we kind of pull each other out of our wheelhouse. So you're just like, you just want to hate life for a month.
I don't think this is gonna be. Listen, I don't think anything is going to even touch the Dolph lunging. I don't think anything's gonna be that bad.
Oh, this is gonna suck.
It ain't gonna be like that. It ain't gonna be soreness for a week.
Yeah. I don't care, but yeah, it's gonna suck. This is really gonna suck.
Damn, I didn't think you'd be that upset by it, dude.
No, I'm not upset. I don't care. Whatever. You just make me do CrossFit.
Yeah, your buddy, your friend Joey. I think
Joey's gonna be all about this. Joey's gonna definitely be down. He's gonna love it. He's gonna oh yeah. He's gonna get that this. He has this look in his eyes when he gets excited about something that's kind of almost scary. Yeah, he's gonna be down. He is an advocate for burpees. He always wants to do burpees. So when he hears this, he's gonna be like, oh yeah.
Well, cool. You'll have a partner in crime then, though. So that'll be good.
Yeah. I gotta say, shout out to Joe. He's been a trooper with doing the long lost brother challenges. He's done them all.
That's awesome.
Except for the water challenge, he didn't do that, but every single other one, he's done them all.
That's awesome.
He's done the Dolph one.